All right, we have a special one today. We got Scott from Dialed in the trailer. We're going to build a bow for him. Got it with him ahead of time. He picked out his riser color. We're going to match it with his choice of limb color and get this thing built for him. Cool. So we got your riser here. We've got limbs in these bins back here. So we're going to build an 80-pound bow.
Yep.
If you want to pick between those two colors and grab your limb set, I'm going to get the components kind of laid out. We've got everything set aside here for you. So get this organized. And
how many limbs do I need?
4.
Let's do the Recon Gray.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that matches your scree.
Our scree will match the closest to it. Yeah.
Heck yeah. What is it now, like 4 years of Dialed? 5?
Going on 5.
Going on 5?
Yep.
That's crazy. It seems like yesterday.
It is crazy. Makes you feel kind of old.
I don't need more things to make me feel old.
Being at tax make you feel old.
Yeah. Yeah. You start thinking about, oh, that was 4 years ago at this same event. Yeah.
Yeah. This was actually the Oklahoma TAC was one of our, I think it might have been one of our first events when Dialed first started, and showed up with a box of half-baked sights with no hardware, no way of actually like putting sights on bows, like, and then to now where we kind of like somewhat have our stuff together.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy to think about those days.
Yeah. We both kind of went through a major booth revamp this year.
Your guys' booth is cool.
Appreciate that.
You've done this before, right?
A couple times.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I am making sure that all the limbs are in the right orientation. So the deflection numbers I was telling you about earlier, they put these in a system or in a machine and they flex them, and then this is the number readout of how many, I think that's thousandths of an inch that it deflects under a certain poundage. But what we want to do is we make sure that the stiffest limb and then the spreads match up to meet spec. So we want our stiffest set on the bottom and then kind of a smaller spread on the top. But the stiffer limb is going to be opposite of your cable guard.
So the higher the number, the stiffer the limb?
The lower, because it's
it.
deflecting less underneath that poundage.
Got it.
Kind of like a arrow spine.
Got it.
Same kind of principle.
God, I feel like I'm learning so much.
Learned my lesson yesterday. It's a lot easier to put these together and then put them into the pockets. A lot less fumbling around.
Andy had to learn how to do everything backwards because you guys are left-handed.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like me trying to, like, I'm lefty, but me trying to build a lefty sight and set up a lefty sight, even I'm like, God, this is dumb. Like, I wish I was right-handed.
I gotta also make sure, because I did this yesterday too, we have a top and a bottom limb pocket. So like our lateral adjustment screw, I gotta make sure that I grab the right pocket and put it on the right side. Triple check that. It's gonna be, yep. So when you guys were kind of starting Dialed, what was the main thing? You know, obviously the site's way different. Was that the goal, to be different, or is it kind of the tech behind it was what drove it?
I mean, the idea was to build something different, but with features that actually like benefited the shooter.
Yeah.
Like we didn't want the sight to be just another sight. Like we actually wanted it to benefit the shooter. So probably like the most like dominant feature of that is like the angled elevation. Right. So that's how we can extend people's range. That's how we can build a more efficient tape. But yeah, it had to function different, look different, and like a lot of the ideas in our site came from TAC, right? And it's like we spend 3 days in our booth watching thousands of people come through, and every site just kind of looked the same. And when you have a Dialed sight on a bow, you can see it from a mile away. Like it's very recognizable. So that was also a big part of it too.
Yeah, it stands out for
and
sure.
it just worked out that, you know, the way we wanted to build the site also accomplished that as well. So yeah, I mean, it was a site that was built like because of TAG.
Yeah, it's 29.
Yeah.
Take a quick.
And like when you guys came out with the form with like I'll never forget like BA was like telling me you guys have this new bow coming out, and it's like never like it's gonna look completely different. I'm like, oh cool. And then I got my form and I'm like, what in the hell is this thing? I'm like I didn't know if I liked it at first.
Yeah.
But like as soon as I shot that bow, like it's literally one of the first bows in a long time where I was like within like the first couple shots I was like, this thing's impressive. Like I love this form.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of had the same reaction at first. Like you're very hesitant because it's so different. But like I was fortunate to have one of the prototypes and hunt with it all fall. And yeah.
And it's crazy how like, because I mean like we're going into our 5th year, but it's like it almost feels like our 1st year.
Yeah.
Because like different is good, but it's crazy how many people are like so hesitant with different, right? So like when we had our ARCHERY, which is our Gen 1, and we're at TAC showing it, and like people are always like, oh, this looks sick and stuff, and you try to explain it to them like, yeah, this is how it functions, this is whatever, and they understand, but they're still like, I don't know, you know, like, because it does look different than anything else that's out there, and like the form, the divide, like that's that same mold, but like I said, once you shoot it, you're like,
people like want to see it proven before they buy it. A lot of times, like right off the bat, it scares.
Yeah. But I mean, different and innovation. That's what keeps innovation going, right?
Right.
How many parts do you have in a sight?
So on a proof, it's roughly about 80 components, including hardware. So it's very minimalistic, which obviously that was part of the design as well.
What's on others then? Like,
So I mean, like most of our competitors, I mean, it depends, but anywhere between 200 to 300 components.
Really?
Yeah.
In the site?
And that was like when we decided we were going to build a site. It was, I mean, like so many sites now. Like even like here at TAC, like people will bring us our bow with like somebody else's site on, and be like, hey, can you check my 2nd, 3rd axis? And like I like more than happy to do it, right? Like that's what we're here for. But like I'll look at it and I'll be like, holy shit! Like you need like an engineering degree to like understand like where these even were, and like I'm always nervous because even though I have a bow teching background, like it's been a while, you know, but I don't want to screw anybody's stuff up. But you know, like when we designed it, it's like why is so much hardware exposed? You know, like so with us, anything you're meant to adjust, we leave exposed, and anything you're not meant to touch, it gets hidden away, and everything's labeled, so like you know exactly what you're supposed to adjust. So just trying to make it more simplistic and just more user friendly.
So year 5, how many did you start with employee-wise, and where are you at now?
It was just, I mean, in the beginning, it was just Taylor, Jordan, and I.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was literally Taylor and I just every single day building sites, the two of us. And then going into 2025, we had 3 employees. And now I think we're up to 18 internal. Wow. And then we have 4 external. Wow. So, yeah, pretty big difference.
What's been the biggest growing pain, you think?
Just manufacturing.
Manufacturing?
Yeah, I mean,
getting
machines
scale.
machines can only make so many parts in a day, so just trying to keep up with the growth.
Yeah. I mean, all things considered, it seems like you guys do have really good turnaround.
I mean,
with the demand and everything.
For the size team we have, I mean,
you guys crush it.
Like once we have the parts we need, I mean, our team they can crush, right?
Yeah.
But that's where the growing pain is because we only get like so many parts, and then we use them all within a very short amount of time, and it's like, okay, we like, when's the next batch of parts coming? So, but it's that scaling. And with us, I mean, we're still a small team, and we're still like, it's just, you know, Taylor and I on the ownership side. You know, capital is always like a tough thing to manage, and so it's hard all around.
Yeah.
Do you come from like a business background?
I mean, kind of. Like I'm a business major, but I mean, I majored more in parting than anything in college. But yeah, I mean, business has always been like what I was interested in outside of like archery and hunting. But I mean, ever since I was little, like my dream was to someday own my own business. Like my dad owns his own business, my uncle owned his own business, which is how I got into the industry. So I always knew that was like a goal of mine someday. But you know, the one thing I've learned with like actually owning a business, because like when we started Dialed, I mean, I read like every entrepreneurial book, I listened to like every entrepreneurial podcast, just trying to learn as much as I could. And you just kind of realize like there is no recipe. Like, yeah, there's certain things that are consistent, you know, but at the end of the day, like you just kind of figure it out as you go and just try to make the best decisions with the information you have and just kind of learn as you go. And then when you get into the employee side, you know, that's a whole nother can of worms. It's like managing a team, you know, but like anybody that has seen like our social media and seen like content of our shop, like we try to make it like an enjoyable place to work. Like we never want to be like corporate, but as you grow, like it's like, all right, like we kind of have to tighten some things up, you know, like we always said our shop's been like more of a glorified like frat house, but as the team has grown, it's like, okay, like maybe we shouldn't have beer in the fridge like we used to, like, you know, like, you know, you kind of have to, you know, toe a line a little bit more, but at the end of the day, like, I mean, we still want it to be fun and we want everybody to enjoy doing what they do. Because I mean, assembly is monotonous, right? I mean, putting screws in holes but we have a great team. And the cool thing with our team is every single person is a bow hunter. Every single one of our employees bow hunt. So they all have the passion. And as we've grown, I mean, you can see the dedication because they see like what we're trying to accomplish and everybody buys into it.
All right. We got our strings all in place. Bow is assembled. Make sure everything is in its track where it should be. Cool. What do you think? So far, so good?
Hell yeah.
Check a couple rough specs here real quick and get it in the cycle machine. How's the booth been this weekend for you?
Been busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been good.
What seems to be like the most popular color or most popular configuration?
Definitely the 3VA pin configuration is the most popular, which we just launched that in November. But I mean, colors, it's just all over the board. One thing that's always kind of like interesting is every event, it's like people's interest in colors is like different. Yeah. Makes it really hard to figure out like what colors to bring or bring to each event, but yeah. So axle to axle is within 1/8 of an inch. Brace height spot on. What is the axle to axle?
Axle to axle is 33. Perfect. So this is a 33.6. This is going to be a little bit faster than the form was for you, with a little bit shorter brace height, and then a little bit of shorter axle to axle too.
Perfect.
It's the rig that I hunted with all fall. Really liked it. But every bow that we build in-house and now on the tour truck, we run through 100 cycles. So this machine, we're going to lock it in place. It's going to draw it back 100 times. Once we get it out of there, we're going to be able to check the specs and get it into a final thing, but we're going to know that the strings are settled, limbs are settled, and everything's where it needs to be.
That's cool. That's really cool. That's impressive you can even put that in a trailer.
So right now, the machine needs honed, so I'm just getting where it's zeroed essentially, and I'm going to start at 12, which for this, it's not a 1-to-1. 19 is roughly 28 inches, so start here, see where we get. So I'm just walking it up kind of 1 inch, 2 inches at a time until I get it to where I want it.
So each cycle, it's drawn it back further and further?
Right now.
Yeah.
Yep, and then once I get it set, we'll just let it run 100 cycles. That's just before the stops would roll it over into full draw. So we'll let that run for 100 cycles and we'll check the final specs and make sure that it's ready to go.
That's cool. You guys are doing, you do this on every bow.
Every bow that leaves, yep, since the beginning. We've had cycle machines since 2010 when they started prime. It's been part of the process from day one. Cool. So we're just over 100 cycles now. Get this stopped, get it pulled out and check specs. Start with the axle to axle. We are just over like an 1/8 of an inch there, which is within spec still. And brace height is right on. Check sync marks. That might get us when we get those.
So what are the sync marks?
So sync marks is how we can check timing without the drawboard. Gets us close, and then we'll throw it in the drawboard to get it dialed in. So it looks like our bottom cam is a little slow. Yeah, looks like the bottom cam is a little bit behind. So what we'll do is we'll add 2 here, I think, and then a twist into the string. So I always like to add. I don't really like to ever take away from a starting point. Actually, no. We just need to add 2 twists here.
Dude, this is like getting custom fitted for golf clubs.
You know, that's kind of the inspiration behind this trailer is Casey and myself were, you know, both really into golf. Casey's way better than me, but we pull a lot of our ideas from that space.
This whole like experience, like I already feel like I'm gonna shoot like that.
Yeah.
Like the bow's just gonna do all the work, right?
That's the idea.
Like I might not even put a sight on it.
No.
Shoot instinctive. It'd actually be kind of fun, like go old school. No, but I mean, yeah. Helped us on axle to axle too. And brace height's maybe. Alright, I'm gonna throw a half D loop on this. Put it in the draw board and check poundage and final timing. And then just the last step, we're going to throw it in the draw board, triple check timing against the sync marks, and then poundage. Make sure we're hitting peak weight. There we go, 80.6, 81. So we're within our 4 pounds there. And then timing is good. Right where we need to be. So this bow is in spec and ready to go. Sweet.
Get that pulled off and it's ready to rock.
Awesome. I like it.
Heck yeah. Run over to your booth and get a sight to match it.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta think what colors I'm gonna put.
Yes, sir. You need me to build you a site, sir?
I don't know what to get.
Well, let me advise you on what you should get.
Are you running any?
Start with a right-handed bow.
Are you running any show specials?
Yes, sir. Hey, thanks, guys. Yes, sir. You got it.
Need a right-handed one.
I wonder. Put a right-handed sight on a left-handed bow.
Mounted on the inside.
Yeah.
All black.
So
everything.
I'm gonna, for now I'm just gonna throw an all black one on there. I can always switch the dials, switch tape, optic slides out later, but for now I'm just gonna do all black. This is our new 3VA configuration, which we launched in November. So this is the 3-pin vertical where all 3 pins are individually adjustable. So for me, I do prefer a single pin.
Yeah.
So I can run this like a single pin, but then I still have 3 points of reference just in case for like an awning scenario.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a try this year.
Yeah. Just seemingly have one post in your field of view versus
99% of the time, like I do go off the top post, but
Yeah.
just in case, it's nice having those extra pins. And then what's nice is you can set those pins to whatever yardages you want, and then you just move the multi-indicators to reflect those yardages. So then that way, when you rotate the dial, you always know what your pins are at. So like for here, you know, you're going to know the distance for every target.
Right.
So then you're just going to rotate the dial. But then once you exhaust the yardage for the top pin, you still have your second and your third pin to get out even further.
Gotcha. Heck yeah. Do you like a single pin for hunting too?
I've always ran a single pin for hunting. Like, for me, having multiple pins just like confuses me. So, but like I also practice with a single pin, like my hold over and hold under. So how I actually set, like if I was gonna run a single pin for hunting, I rotate my dial so my top pin is 40, because from 20 to 40 I can do like that hold under. So if it's under 40, I just aim low.
Right.
But then if it's anything over 40 to about like 55 yards, I'll just hold on the back. So you have two horizontal lines to aim at, but I practice that way. So then that way I'm not always having to rotate the dial, but it's easier for me to do that than to try to figure out what pin to use. But with the 3-pin vertical, I think I could do that. It's just if I have horizontal pins, I just get confused. And with horizontal pins, you can't focus on the pin and the target at the same time because you use two different sides of your brain. So you end up focusing on the pins, focusing on the target, and doing this back and forth, which again for me, that just gets me really kind of confused.
I gotcha.
So I'm very much like a point and shoot, like aim with your eyes, not with the pins type of system. So, but I mean, that's how I've always done it, but I'm trying to, like we were talking, like this year, like I kind of want to step up my game with like my setup. So I'm going to try to teach myself to use multiple pins for that just in case type of situation.
So that system that you've always used, I know you're a big elk hunter, is that elk only or is that everything?
I mean, I use it for everything. I mean, the more like time I've spent out west, the only time I could see my system not working is like with mule deer. Because like especially for archery, like a lot of times you're gonna like stalk on them when they're bedded, and you know if they stand up or if you throw a rock to get them to stand up, they aren't gonna stay there. So trying to like do that calculation on the fly, it does get difficult. So again, that's where I kind of want to teach myself to have multiple points of reference. So for that type of scenario, or like for elk, if you have a bull that you know is rutting, coming in chasing cows, and you think the shot's going to be at this range, but then all of a sudden it's something different, and you're like, okay, now like. And granted, I mean, an elk, it's a lot bigger target, but still. So, like I said, I'm going to try to teach myself to use more than one pin. But what's cool is if I don't like it, I can always just throw a single pin housing on here, right? So everything's interchangeable.
Yeah, that's super nice. When you're mounting these, do you try and max it against the bolt one way or another in the pick mount? Like all the way down or all the way up against the pick, kind of like a rifle scope ring? Or do you pay attention to that?
No, I just tighten it.
Just tighten it up.
Yeah. I mean, I just set it to like, I mean, what's cool at the your guys is like pick mount is you do have adjustability on there. So like I always just start within the middle, tighten it down. I mean, that's probably like, I've always kind of wondered that because it's like when you tighten like scope rings, right? You're using foot pounds. Like I've always wondered that on a pick mount, but I think with like, in my mind, with a bow, because our range is substantially different than with a rifle, I don't know if that really has as much, like, I don't think it's as big of a factor as with like a rifle.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I like how your pick mount, you have the option, because that is one thing. Like we do combat is like everybody's setup's different. Like your knock to peep height's different. And like kind of the design of our site is we're trying to maximize your max distance, So, you know, you want to try to get your 20-yard mark as close to zero as possible. Like you just want the most range out of it. So if you run out of like elevation adjustment on the site, you could move it within the pick mount, which I like that. You guys do offer a lot of adjustability on that pick mount, which I think is cool. So now we just got to set the axis and should be ready to roll. Yeah, second and third axis were dead on.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, it's ready to rock and roll now. Just got to get a D loop and a rest on there, and a peep.
Yeah. Ready for the mountains.
Ready for something.
No, I appreciate you making some time for us and get this thing set.
I
for
appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Like I said, I love my form, so
Yeah.
I'm super excited to try this one and just
Yeah.
being able to watch you guys build it. And I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah.
Definitely cool. So
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm actually excited to shoot my bow.
Love to see it. Love to see it.